Hey everyone, happy Tuesday. I'm Intelexx and this is your light and love of the day. So I wanted to come on here just for a little bit and talk to you about growth. Now, when you think about a plant, what is the process of it becoming a plant? Right? It starts with seeds in the soil. And within that soil, there's darkness. Before there's light, there's darkness, right? So in the sense of a plant growing out of darkness, you grow from the darkness. And that darkness can be anything. It can be pain, heartache, struggles, trials, whatever it is. That is what will birth you into the man or woman that you are created to be. We can't go through life without the struggle. We can't go through life without the pain. We can't get stronger without resistance. Pain is a gift, right? And even though it doesn't feel that way in the midst of whatever it is we might be going through, it is a gift. But don't think just because you are in a dark place that you're not growing, that you're not getting whatever nutrients that you need in order to be birthed into something great, right? Hey, Sabor, how are you? Thank you for tuning in to the Light and Love of the Day. We are talking about seed and soil and growth and how all of that matters when it comes to who we are as people. If we never went through anything, if we never made mistakes, if we never failed, if we never had any lessons, how would we grow, right? We have to learn to deal with in an appropriate way when we go through things that may not be the things that we want to go through, which is all of us. We all deal with things that we do not want to deal with, right? We all have people in our lives that we have to separate from, or people that we need to connect with. There's habits that we have to break. There's consistency that we have to do. There is routines that we need to get a hold of, right? All of this matters, but the point that I'm trying to make is, despite what it looks like, that is not the end of the road for you. In order to grow, there has to be pushback, there has to be resistance. And it might be dark for you now. You might be in the soil and you might be planted. But in the midst of that planting, in the midst of you being buried in that, you are being prepared for what is to come. So don't look at it like a negative thing, right? Focus your mindset on what will be. Whenever we want something, whenever we go for something, you ever notice how there's always pushback, how something always happens when you're trying to get yourself together? It's for a reason, right? Because our word is not enough. We have to be tested, right? So let's say you say, oh, I know how to drive, but you don't have a license. You didn't go through any tests. You didn't do anything. Despite you saying you know how to drive, there needs to be proof. Have you driven before? Have you gone through any tests? Have you been able to park? Different things. We get tested in our lives in so many different areas, but we don't equate that in our own personal life. In order to be good at something, you are tested and tested and tested before you get, mastery over it. So I don't want you all to be discouraged, and I'm talking to myself as well. When we go through things that might throw us for a loop, or when we are preparing for something and all these other things happen, that is a part of life. But I want you to stay encouraged, because that is the beginning stages of growth. You grow in darkness. You don't grow in light. A baby in the womb is dark in there. They don't come out automatically. It takes time for them to develop. In the same way, we are, in a way, children, even as adults, even as teens, even as older people, right? We go through the same process. Whenever we grow in different areas of our lives, we go through a dark process, right? So don't be discouraged, or don't feel bad about different things that may happen that you didn't plan, that you didn't expect, because it happens to us all and it's a part of the plan. So how you deal with the situation, your attitude behind it, refers to how the outcome will be based on your attitude. So check your attitude in the midst of the process, right? Check your attitude. Think about things over and over before you respond. There's so many different ways to handle whatever comes your way, but you have to learn to handle it in the right way. And that comes with practice, that comes with focus, that comes with consistency, and that comes with really focusing on your purpose, focusing on your why. If you want to give up and you're ready to quit because everything just seems dark, remember your reason for doing it. Remember why you're doing it. Remember what you want to do it for. And maybe that could bring you back and help you focus on everything apart from the darkness. But just remember, in order to grow, there has to be resistance. There has to be struggle. There has to be tests and trials of some sort so that you can be better. Anybody that is considered successful in your eyes, check their resume. Check what they've been through to be where they are. So many people shine a light on the great stuff that people don't think that there's dark things that happen before that greatness comes about. But that's the order of life. There has to be darkness first. There has to be struggle first. There has to be preparation first in order for growth to happen, in order for you to be the best that you can be. All right, so I did not want to come on here long. I just wanted to share that with you, that in the midst of whatever you might be going through, in the midst of that darkness, in the midst of the struggle, in the midst of the pain, in the midst of the heartache, in the midst of transitions and loss and grief, or whatever it is you might be going through, you are not alone. It's a part of the process, and it's only going to make you stronger. All right, so if you want growth, prepare for what's coming, because when there is difficulty, ease is coming right along with it. There has to be a balance, right? All right, so that's all that I have for you today. Stay strong, keep going. It's easy to give up, and really, you only have two choices in life. You can either give up or keep going. And even though it might be hard now, it gets easier later, all right? But every level has a new devil or a new obstacle or a new test. So, the work is never done. It's just all a matter of how you see it and how you look at it. All right, so that's all that I have for you today. Thank you so much for tuning in, for sharing your thoughts, for listening, for those that will hop on later and view this. Just a few announcements. Intelexx Artrepreneur Agency, the ND for Artists, has a few events coming up. Definitely go to our link in the bio, click on the CEO page, or go to our link in the bio and check out all of the things that we have going on. We have Showcase Your Talent show coming up the end of this month, Juneteenth edition. You can register for your chance at a $100 grand prize, plus a feature spot in the following month. You also can be a feature or a sponsor. Details are in our link. We have Freestyle Friday coming up this week, where you have a chance to win some funds. The theme is If God Was One of Us. If you are interested, you can click the link in the bio. You can DM or email us so you can be a part of the list. All right, we have so many things. Intellects, a Place for Entrepreneurs podcast going into season 3. We have Meeting of the Minds Mondays coming up, Q&A Wednesdays coming up. Another art and business seminar coming up. We have so many different things for you, merch, books, and so much more. Definitely check out our link in the bio and our CEO page for all of the details. And don't forget to check out our YouTube channel and subscribe to our email list. All right. Thank you so much. And I hope you have a great Tuesday and a great rest of your week. Until next time.